Hi everyone, welcome back to my stream. This is a surprise one. I usually don't do a live stream on a Saturday afternoon, but I don't know, I just feel like playing Tiny Bookshop again, which is one of my favorite cozy games of 2025. Not gonna lie, I love this game so much. And I used to do live stream of this game in, I think, like late 2025. I used to live stream it a lot before I got into Stardew Valley. And I haven't been playing ever since. I haven't played since maybe November, I would say. Probably it was the last time I played this game. So I reinstalled it on my Steam just today. Cause I don't know, I just like was thinking about it. So, and I'm not doing anything for today at home. So I thought, let me just do a couple hours of live stream. So this is gonna be a shorter stream than usual, because I usually do, like 3-4 hours of stream. This one is just gonna be maybe like an hour or two. So I hope you guys enjoy. You can put me in your background. You can just lurk. You can just like chill with me and hang out. I really appreciate that. But I'm just gonna get into it because I miss this game a lot. Resume. We'll see where we left off. I actually don't remember at all. So this will be interesting to see. Let me see. So, okay. So I am at autumn. Okay, I'm in autumn year 1 on the 13th. And it looks like there is a flea market happening today. Which means then that it's best for me to go to the flea market because then I could sell more books. And then I'm curious to see how my bookshop actually looks like. I'm trying to remember. I put all of these things already. What is this? Mysterious noises. Frankly, unsettling noises have been heard from the sea caves. We must get to the bottom of this. While active, so I could equip this. I could equip this into my bookshop, and then if I click it, it says it's 2% to the fact sale chance, the fact books, and 35% to animal effects. Okay. So I think I did decor my bookshop quite a bit. I kind of like the look of that already. I do love a lot of plants. As you all know, I just love plants. And so I'm just gonna get into it. So flea market. I want to see what kind of books sell well in flea market. I think it's these 4 books. Classic, fact, fantasy, and crime are the 4 books that would sell pretty well in here. Okay, so that means I don't... Is drama? Wait, what was it again? Classic, fact, fantasy, and crime. Okay, so let me see here. So then I don't need drama. I'll just keep it as 1 for now. Fantasy, kids. Do I travel? Kids. I don't need kids. So I guess I could remove that a tiny bit. I need more crime books, is my guess. Crime, fantasy, fact, and classic. Fantasy, fact, and classic. Let me do a bit more fact books. I have a lot of classic already. Let me put a lot more fantasy books then in here. I think that would sell well. I think that should be good. I'm gonna keep the travel as just little for now. Let me remove some classic actually, and let me put just 2 books of travel in there. So it's a little bit more balanced. And then Autumn 13th. Here it is. I used to love playing this game, actually. This is like bringing back some memories from 2025, actually. I just think it's so cozy. And then okay, and then they do sell some items that I could buy for my bookshop too, like paintings and stuff, which is quite nice in the different paint. Oh, I do like these paints. Viridian, kind of like the color of that. I get it. Viridian paint. And then these paintings are so pretty. I do remember that all the items that are being sold are always so expensive in this game, and it's hard to collect money actually. So it's more challenging than it looks, to be honest, to like, I guess, upgrade your bookshop. But it says review board. I could successfully recommending a book. Okay, plus 1% to all book sale chance. There's a small bench, allows people to rest after finding their new. Ooh, that's cool. It's really cozy. I wonder if I should get this. Or the review board. I kind of like having a small bench though. So then people would. Let me get a small bench. So then people could actually sit in front of my bookshop. Oh, and because it's Halloween, they're selling like Halloween stuff. A cauldron. That's cool. A gothic horror? Would this be like a, okay, just a bunch of different books? That would be interesting. Huh, that's what I like, the flea market. And then how about this one? What is this one? Welcome to, oh, Anne. I hope you still have some time to look around. Would you like some plants? Oh my gosh, I could never have enough plants, to be honest, but I feel like I need to save my money a little bit. Although I do love looking at this though. Oh, I do love these plants, especially the ferns. Oh, I think I'm gonna get the ferns because I just love ferns so much. I love ferns so much. So I'm gonna do that. Did you know I'm a really good finder? I always find the best stuff around here, says Harper. Last time I found some really rare trading cards. And the time before that, my baba and I bought some really cool hats. That was so fun. I think this time I'll look for some earrings for mom. Are you too scared to investigate the cave? Don't be. Come on, the mystery won't solve itself. Oh yeah, I remember there's a cave at the beach that is like a little bit mysterious and I need to investigate it somehow. Okay, so this guy needs a book recommendation. He says anything hot off the press. It needs to be science fiction, and I usually enjoy a classic piece of literature. However, I prefer something not too tragic. Okay, so science fiction and classic, it looks like. Science fiction and classic, like To Kill a Mockingbird, I guess? A timeless story of justice and innocence in a small southern town where a lawyer takes on a charged case amidst the prejudices and tensions of Depression-era Alabama. That's not science fiction, though. What about this one? Lysistrata. A delightfully devious play demonstrating the power of women. Hi, Kim! Happy Saturday! I'm doing a surprise stream with Tiny Bookshop again. I used to play this game a lot last year, but I haven't played for a few months. Okay, so this one, a delightfully devious play. So that's not a sci-fi. How are you doing, by the way? Hope you have a good Saturday. I went to the gym earlier this morning and that felt good. The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood. It's not like sci-fi enough, you know? Winding Life of Jane, that's not sci-fi enough to me. Lord of the Flies, a group of schoolboys is suddenly stranded. I love a good pop-up surprise stream. I know, I sometimes do that. Will they manage to survive without any grown-ups? On a remote island. Gulliver's Travels. Science fiction. Okay, so this is a science fiction. So maybe I'll do that. Gulliver's Travel. Let me do that. Yay, okay, he likes it. Perfect. Some water. I'm good, just got done playing some games myself. Oh, what did you play? Gonna get ready for a date night? Oh, I love that. Date nights are always nice, especially in the weekend after you're busy during the weekdays. I hope you had fun though. Hope you have the greatest fun. Hi there, I want a book with a coming of age plotline. And I wouldn't mind challenging myself to a really long read. Also, I wouldn't mind if there was romance. Okay, so coming of age. He wants a really thick book and wouldn't mind if there was romance. Okay, coming of age and romance. How about this one? The Jane Eyre? Her story is fraught with twists and hardships. Ultimately leads to love. I don't think it's romance though. Valperga, a historical novel set in the Middle Ages. That's not coming of age. I need like a coming of age as in, what do you call that? Like I forgot the name of that recent one. Was it Boyhood? No, there was a recent movie that I really like. That's like a coming of age romance thing. Forgot what it's called. Born in a post-apocalyptic city. No, that's not it. If Beale Street could talk, Tish and Fonny are engaged and expecting a child when Fonny is jailed for a crime he didn't commit. Their families band together to try to clear his name about racial prejudice and criminal injustice. So that's not what he's looking for. Fantasy? Maybe The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. In this queer space opera, a ragtag team of travelers take a dangerous job tunneling a wormhole to a distant planet. The commission? Okay, that's not a romance or coming of age. Trying to find a coming of age. It's actually harder than it looks. The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood? No, that's not really like a romance coming of age though. The only one that like mentions something about love is where is it? Not the kids book. Between love, the female protagonist must choose between love and political liberty, mirroring the struggle of women in Shelley's time. Awake. Maybe this. Wait, not this one. There was like another one. Lord of the Flies. No, it was an older one than Lord of the Flies. The Ginger Tree. Love affair. But when a forbidden love affair costs her everything she must... But that's not a coming of age. I don't think I could find a good book for this guy, actually. I'm just gonna go with the... There was one that mentioned love before. Where is it, though? That's like... this one. I'm just gonna try this one. I don't think he'll like it, though. Oh, he does. Okay, perfect. Hey, I'm glad I caught you. Those books you got me have really been paying off. lyrics. I finally have a rough draft together for the songs. I mean, I kind of hate them all, but you know, that's a me problem. Just gotta get over my perfectionism and stuff. Actually, would you give one of the songs a listen since it was inspired by your book recommendations and all? Boss's demo. While this tape is playing, I got all of this power-ups. I even managed to pick up this old boombox at the last flea market. Oh, nice. I like that. Oh, I got a boombox and a cassette. No, it wasn't Lord of the Flies, Kim. It was like a movie. I think it was maybe a couple years ago. And it's, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on that movie? Because I do love, one of the songs is called Mystery of Love. One of the the famous soundtrack from that movie. It's called Mystery of Love. And I love that song. I'm still looking for a book if you got one today. You know, I've got lots of spare time of my hands, so... Okay. I need another read already. I'm looking for something magical or supernatural. However, I really don't like scary stuff. I really enjoyed The Little Prince. I love The Little Prince. I do love The Little Prince a lot. So, magical or supernatural? Newtonian Physics for Babies. Definitely not that one. House of Many Ways, the Moving Castle series. Charmaine agreed to house Sid. She didn't know it meant looking after a house that moves through space and time, an apprentice wizard, a stray dog, and a quest for something called the Elf Gift, the marvelous middle grade sequel to Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah, this sounds like something that she would enjoy. So I'm gonna suggest this one. Perfect. She likes it. So much for helping me grow my personal library. And then I could do this. So power up. And then, oh, let me try to play the boombox. It's like a rock song. I just love the environment, like the world building of this game. I think it's so cozy and pretty. Oh, Tilda is here. Well, there are at least 5 kids' books in upper shelves. Oh, okay, that's nice. These are really interesting furniture. Old patchy armchair. 4 seconds inspiration duration plus 4 coins daily expenses. I'm gonna save my money a little bit though, because this game is really hard to earn money actually. It's challenging that way. Ooh, the shop is closed for the day. Window flower boxes. Used book. Do I need more books? No, I think I'm okay with all the books. But what I want to see is I want to see the recent items that I just got. Where is it? Okay, so I got some here. I got a bench. Let me put this. I feel like I kind of want to put it maybe where a little tough. Maybe just here. But then and then I'll move this pumpkin. I do like having that big plant though here. Let me put the big plant here. And then inside I could do this one like that. And then I think this fish is for the dog at the beach, if I remember Oh, and then I have a paint. I have a new paint that I got. This one, this color, Viridian, which I kind of like. Like, I like that color. That's kind of pretty, actually. Maybe should I do it in the inside? I think I like this. I like something like that. Maybe? Wait. Okay, so that plus maybe I could change the color of the roof a little bit. I don't know yet what color is good though. A black one? Pink? No, that's weird. Would go well with that. I kind of like the black one actually. And then for the frame could be, I think just the white one I had was fine. Or like this pale one? No. Or this one. No, I just like the white one, I think. Okay, so just confirm that. Okay, so now, is there anything going on Sunday? No, there's nothing going on. I want to go to the map that has the dog. Was that the light? No, that wasn't the lighthouse. That's the waterfront square, I think. So waterfront square, let's see. They're known for the travel and fact books. So, okay, so fact, let me put more fact books and travel. Let me put like 10 travel books and 10 fact books. And then I'll still put a little bit of the kids and drama. And let me put some fantasy in there as well. And then let me put more fact and travel books. Waterfront square. I think this is where the dog is, and I think that I could give the fish to the dog, if I'm not mistaken. This dog. Still asking for food. Do you try to pet the dog? Okay. Can I give it to the dog, though? I don't know how to give it to the dog. Food I have. Maybe I can't. Actually, don't. It's raining. Shop will get less people then probably today. And then there's Walt, the sailor. Ooh, he gave me a life buoy. Challenge unlocked. Ship happens. Your bookshop needs to be seaworthy to get invited to the fish market. Equip 3 maritime decorations. Oh, and then he's selling a bunch of stuff too, huh? Fishing net? I just feel like there's not a lot of space in the tiny bookshop for me to decorate. Ooh, someone needs my help. Like, it's such a small space, so then you have to be like very thoughtful and deliberate of what decorations you want to put. I kind of wish that there's actually more space that I could just like go all in into it. Hi, you're the highlight of my route. I'm looking for something to do, you know, a new hobby. Also, bonus points if it's from this century. My tiny atlas is one of my all-time favorites. Tiny atlas, a collection of photographs of picturesque wonders from all around the globe, the perfect companion for the avid traveler or the armchair dreamer with a serious case of wanderlust. Okay, but he wants a book that's from this century. That's like travel, probably. So this century meaning like this one. Published 2024, A Thousand Feasts, Small Moments of Joy, a memoir of sorts. What if you could preserve the tiniest of moments before they are gone forever? The scent of a meal, the feel of a specific day, an essay collection of brief yet beautiful experiences from the author's travels, captured in prose like a leaf in amber. That is a beautiful description of a book, by the way. Sheer water, a bird, an ocean, and a long way home. Intertwining memoir, nature writing, and travelogue, this book chronicles the author's year-long adventure in pursuit of the long-standing object of his fascination, the impressive seabird known as the Manx shearwater or Puffinus puffinus. I think probably... Oh, this one. You would like this one. 1,000 places to see before you die. This original bucket list contains a wide variety of stunning places around the globe, a must-have in every globe-trotter's library, even if it's purely aspirational. Yeah, this one. What? I really think he would like that. Because he's into all the travel stuff. That's sad. I really thought he would like that. I guess not. Oh, and then I think this game is coming out to Nintendo Switch soon. Maybe, no, it has come out actually. It has come out recently to Switch. I want some cold, hard facts. I'm looking for something contemporary from the century. Tasting history is one of my all-time favorites. What is tasting history? Have you ever wondered what people were cooking during the Great Depression? So it's like recipes and food from the past. But he's looking for something contemporary from the century. There should be quite a few. Cook as you are, probably this one. Recipes for real-life hungry cooks and messy kitchens, published 2021. Sometimes our lives just don't leave space for cooking, or do they? These delicious recipes work for all kinds of situations, whether you need last-minute inspiration, only have one clean pot, or can't easily chop ingredients. Let me try it. Yay! Okay, he likes it. So, Moira. So, my absolute favorite holiday is coming up, and I have to warn you, if you don't want to hear about it, I don't think we can be friends. Just kidding, but I really can't wait for Fall Fear Fest, and it's coming up at the end of the month. If you hadn't guessed, I'm a fan of the aesthetic, and it's cool to see how creative people get with their creepy decorations. I'm extra excited because my friends and I joined the Fear Fest committee this year, so we'll be the judges of everyone's taste. You're gonna need to step up your game if you want to win Best Decorated. Come to the Lighthouse before the 28th for feedback on your decor. The committee meets there every day. With the spooky setup, okay. Alright, next time I see you, your shop better be in tip-top shape to ward off evil spirits. I don't think I'm a creepy aesthetic kind of a guy. Good afternoon. Do you have a minute for a chat? Tilda, do you remember how I told you about my hip arthritis? Well, I think it has become necessary for me to take a step back. Oh no! I've tried the mobility aids my doctors recommended, but none of them were right for me. I'm exhausted these days. Because she's gonna have a surgery. But I think it's for the best. And I just wanted to let you know that I will be unavailable soon. Thank you for lending me your ear. Oh no, Tilde. That's sad. Hmm. Harper is here. Can I get a book? Folklore, please. I'm all about myths and legends. I tend to read lesser known works. I do love myths and legends a lot, actually. It's like one of my favorite things. So that's probably... Ooh, myths and legends. That has to be a sci-fi. Do I have any sci-fi books even? Have fantasy. In a post-apocalyptic city, climate refugee Rachel adopts a surreal creature. The creature's questions hold a mirror to humanity, reflecting back to the good, the bad, and the absurd, but is born as innocent as they seem, or merely a quiet growing thread. Okay, Noragami, a run-in with stray god Yato, has entangled high school student Hiyori Iki in his endeavors to make a name for himself in a world where small gods are often forgotten. Unfortunately, there is a reason Yato has had a hard time with this. He's not very good at his job, a hilariously magical manga. So I need Lord of the Rings. No, that's not a myths and legends. Your space opera, that's not myths and legends. So probably like I would say, is any of the kids book myths and legends? No, probably one of these then. Probably this one is the closest one, Born. The surreal creature thingy. Let me just do this one. See if she like. No, she doesn't like that. Okay. That's fine. That's fine, Harper. You can find a book that you like somewhere else. Unfortunately, I don't have it for you. Sorry. Oh, the shop is already closing and I just played the music. So I still have a lot of books. I don't need to buy more books. Oh, but this one is free though, so might as well just do this one. Nice. And this one is free too. Nice. I don't think I need to buy any of those. I did get some new items. From the sailor guy. And if I do want to participate in that Fear Fast, I need to do more spooky decor. Spooky. I don't have a lot though. I mean, I have this spoiled fish, but I don't feel like it's nice. I have the I guess I have this big pumpkin here. Let me just do that baby for now. Because it's fall and that might be nice to have. Alright, which sell 10 books in a day with Mariam's bins around? So I have this like quest that I could, or they call it stamps. Throw the dog a treat. Equip 3 maritime decor. So I did finish this one. Mega Marche. Find out who stabbed the mascot. Stabbed a mascot? That sounds quite grim. Castle Ruins. Give 5 scary recommendations to pioneers. Ooh, let's try the Castle Ruins. We've never completed any stamps there. Castle Ruins down here. So what is popular here? Crime and fantasy. Okay. Crime and fantasy. So let's stock up on some fantasy in here. And also, let me put my crime books up here. Let's do 10 of each. And then maybe do, let's do a drama. Okay. Opening the shop. Let's talk to these people. I told Amaya that there's a vampire out there in the forest, and she didn't even blink. She's only 7. So I need something scarier this time. Okay. Don't hesitate to recommend something scary, and I'm partial to a good manga. Also, violence is optional, but appreciated. I saw a manga before somewhere, I think. But he wants something scary. Oh, this one. This one is a manga. It's not scary though. This is a sci-fi about planets intellectuals are shut off from the rest of the world. The girl who fell beneath the sea, inspired by a Korean folktale. Hi Val, happy weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Just doing a extra stream this week and playing Tiny Bookshop, which I used to play a lot last year, and then I haven't played for a few months, but I just feel like playing it again today. Hope you enjoy though. Hope you have a good weekend. Anything fun going on this weekend? Okay, so this one, a young girl who travels to the magical spirit realm and discovers the sea god is in an enchanted okay, that's not scary. I need to find something scary. That's not scary. Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. Yumi, hailing from a life of spirituality and painter who lives in darkness, technology, and nightmares, find themselves interchanging lives periodically. To uncover this mystery and stop an impending disaster, they must work together and learn to understand each other. That doesn't sound scary though. I need like actually something scary. Or like this one, I guess, the crime. So a lot of crime books. When a boy and his father witness the aftermath of a gruesome murder, their lives become haunted by paranoia. The boy is forced to grow up quickly in a town where every friendly face becomes a potential murderer. Oh my gosh, this is what he's looking for, I bet. I was happy to see the pop-up stream. I'm just playing through some of the new Fields of Mystria content. Oh, nice. I love Fields of Mystria. I haven't played it though, but I've seen some streamers play it, and I do like the aesthetic of Fields of Mystria a lot. It's still in early access, right? I think it's still in early access. But I feel like it's probably one of those games that does early access right. Because I'm also currently starting to play this game called Chef RPG. If you don't know what it is, it's like a Stardew Valley farming life sim, but you're actually a chef and you're foraging ingredients for your restaurants. You're running the restaurants. Very good, but it's also still in early access, which I don't typically play early access games, but that one is quite good too. Like it's early access game that does it right. But all of that to say is, yes, I do love Fields of Mystria, and one day I will play it for sure. Oh boy, I'm so happy I decided to go to Pipit Camp. Being a pioneer is the best. Harper. Today we carved lanterns for the Fall Fear Fest. Did you know that people used to do this with turnips and potatoes before they had pumpkins? I did not know that. I wanted to give one to you to keep evil spirits away from your bookshop. Oh, round jack-o'-lantern. Nice. Thank you, Harper. Someone else needing my help for a book today? Probably. Oh, let me activate some of my power-ups here on the bottom left. Okay, so this guy, hi, hello. I quite enjoy plays. I enjoy books about plants and nature. And I'm not afraid of a bit of tragedy. Okay, so like a play that has some plants and nature, it feels very like out of place. Because a play is probably in a classic genre, right? I'm not sure if I could find a book for this guy. A play, but also, or maybe a drama book? Waiting for Godot? 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 Godot. Is there a point to waiting? Does Godot even exist? Were those 2 leaves there 2 seconds ago? Got absolutely no answers to these existential questions. No, I haven't heard of Chef RPG. I'm glad you're enjoying. I understand the hesitancy with early access. Fields of Mystery came highly recommended from a friend. Otherwise, I would have held off. You should check out Chef RPG. You might like it, actually. But yeah, Fields of Mystery, I've just heard really good things about it. So I'm looking forward to eventually play it too. Enjoy books about plants and nature. Ooh, this is hard. This is a little hard. So he wants a play, right? He wants a play. A playbook. Not like this. These are essays. These are fact books. Natural history. No. Gay activist Ryosuke Nanosaki recounts the trials and tribulations of growing up and searching for love. Okay, so that's also not it. Decrease the number of clothes you toss and learn how to repair it. No. An engaging account of 4 women from the 19th century. No. Hi, Velvet Villain. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. I usually see you on a Monday, but this time I see you on a Saturday. I'm doing a surprise stream. Tiny Bookshop. 1,000 feast. Small moments of joy. How are you, by the way? I hope you're having a good weekend. I'm having trouble finding a good book for this guy, actually. So definitely not a crime book. It might just be that I don't have a book for him, and that's fine. There's no penalty to that. Okay, a hacker paid to track players. No, not that one. The girl who fell beneath the sea. There's no like plans in them. Planet's intellectuals are shut out from the rest of the world. Not that one. The Acts of King Arthur. This adaptation of was after the author's death. Tried using modern language, proving yet again that authors with weird fixations. Okay, not that one. Not this one. A delightfully devious play. Okay, so this is the only one that's mentioned something about play. About a play. None of the books are mentioning things about plants and nature though. So I'm just gonna go with this one. Let's see. Oh, perfect. He likes it. I'll have to look up some info on the Chef RPG. Oh, it's Sunday morning here in Australia? Oh, nice. I forgot that you're in Australia. Hope you're having a good, like, are you having coffee or tea or something in the morning? That's like my favorite time of the day is when I wake up and then I make my own little oat latte and then just like a chill morning on a Sunday. You'll have to look some info on the Chef RPG. Then I'm happy I caught this since I've considered putting Tiny Bookshop. Oh, you haven't tried it, Val? Yeah, see it if you like it. I think it's a good game, but you do need to like read a little bit, I think. Like, you know, for example, when you're trying to recommend the books, right? You have to, it's not a straightforward, which I kind of like because then it becomes a little bit more challenging and a bit more layered. But you do have to like think a little bit. But if you're into that kind of game, you might like it. I like the narrative part of this game as well. Like each of the NPC has like stories behind them, and then as you progress through the game, you unravel more of the story of the town. So it's not just about managing the bookshop, but you're actually learning more about the people as well. So I like that. This is one of my favorite cozy games of last year, actually. But stressed? Oh no! But stressed, Velvet Villain, my cat has surgery tomorrow. Oh, I really hope that it'll be okay. I'm sending positive thoughts and energy to you. I'm sure it'll be okay. It's cold brew and coconut porridge. My god, I get grocery breakfast. Oh, nice. That sounds yummy. What is this? So this guy looking for a book about nature. I think I need a self-help book. Do you have anything like Wide Sky, Narrow Path? What is that? A poetic memoir about the author's journey through hiking the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine. Courtney shares the harsh realities and stunning beauty of the trail alongside her intimate reflections on spirituality. Okay. So like a nature book. Okay, like a nature book but also a self-help. What is a self-help book? Like a walkthrough of some kind, probably? Like a tutorial of some kind? Maybe it's like it's probably in the travel genre here. A Thousand Feasts. What if you could preserve? This is more like an essay, not a self-help book though. Like memoir. That's not a self-help book. The aspect of figuring out tailored recommendations is actually what I'm liking. Ooh, that's good. It makes it more engaging that way. Yeah, so you would like this, Val. I think you would like this game. But maybe wait, maybe they'll do a discount or something. I don't know if they're in a discount or not right now. They recently did release this game for Switch. So if you prefer that instead of for like PC, if you have a Switch, they recently have that. Classic. Follow the adventures of Mary Bandit. Okay, not that one. I have a feeling that I probably don't have a book for this guy. Probably, yeah. I don't think I have a book for this person. Maybe I'll try one of the... What if you could preserve the tiniest of moments before they are gone? An essay collection of brief yet beautiful experiences from the author's travels. Intertwining memories also of the impressive seabird. Known. Okay, yeah, I think I don't have a book, but I'm just gonna try this one. Oh, nice. He likes it still. Perfect. Self-help books are like self-improvement books? Maybe, yeah. So one that talks about building better habits or working on interpersonal skills, self-esteem. Yeah, that makes sense. But the example that he provided before, it wasn't really like a self-help book. It's more like a travel, hiking an Appalachian trail. Although it has something to do with like, I think like reflection on yourself or something like that. I remember. I love that they use actual real books. I know, me too. I love that they're actually using real titles in this book, in this game. Are they talking about werewolves just now? Stamp collected. Campfire badge. Give 5 scary recommendations to pioneers. I do love all the stamp designs in this game. I think they're quite well done. It's basically like missions in a way. So you collect the stamps. Do I have more new furnitures recently? I forgot what this one is. This one, from the sea caves. Mysterious and frankly unsettling noises from the sea caves. Can I put it here? Or it's like, I don't think I could like put it somewhere. Okay, which map should we go? Is there anything going on? No, but tomorrow there's a waterfront fish market, it says. Oh, okay. But in terms of where we should go, there's like 2 more locations actually that's still not unlocked. University. Give the professor 3 hard, perfect recommendations. She will only accept heart perfect matches. Okay, we could try this. We haven't been to the university, I think. Let's try going to the university. Fact and classic books. This one, St. Buxton University. Fact and classic will be selling quite well here, so I'm gonna stock. I have also a bunch of classic books here, so I need to just like sell them. I love that they use actual real books. I do like that a lot about this game, to be honest. And they keep adding more. I saw some posts the other day from the developer, Neoludic Games. And they still, like, they keep adding more books. And I love that. Do I need to, maybe I'll put a bit more fantasy travel. Let me put like one fantasy and one travel book here. Okay. University. I just love the world building. Ooh, I found a random book just now. I just love the vibe and the world building of this game. It's very vibey, very vibey. There's like scattered books all around. Professor Wen, what do you have today? Anything of literary value? She likes fancy, smanchy novels. The longer the book, the better, and I also tend to enjoy the classics. Okay, but like really thick books. Let's see what is the thickest classic book we have here on the shelf. So this one is 44 pages, 24 pages, 1056 pages. That's probably the longest. I couldn't imagine myself reading a 1000 page books. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna give this Don how do you even say that? Quixote? Isn't that the Japanese? That sounds like the Japanese store that's in Japan called Don Quixote. A mad knight embarks on hilarious adventures with his faithful, not so bright sidekick in this classic satire. I also like how it's color coded for each genre. Yeah, I do too. Makes it way easier to keep track of them in game. And then you didn't realize they were real books? Yeah, it is all real books actually, like all real titles. I'm gonna, yeah, so just this one, the 1056 pages. I don't think I could ever do that. I do like listening to audiobooks though. I do like that a lot. But I used to read books more. I used to like the young adult sort of sci-fi books. Like I read all the trilogy of Hunger Games. I read the trilogy of Maze Runner. Like I loved those books, the sci-fi that basically made into movies then. But then I don't know, I think as I got older, I just kind of lost interest a little bit in reading books, or just I didn't have the attention span for it. Which is kind of sad if you think about it. I passed my last exam. I never read biographies, and I don't want anything pretentious, but give me a fact book. The most recent book that was absolutely amazing to me, I listened to the audiobook. I didn't read the physical book. It's called Crying in H Mart. And that book was amazing. It has won some awards as well. Okay, so fact book, not a biography and not pretentious. Those are the two criteria here. This classic piece of Virginia Woolf is both a thought-provoking essay and a narrative exploration of the position of women as characters, as well as writers, in a literary tradition dominated by the patriarchy. Face it, facial disfigurement and my fight for face equality. James Partridge, burn survivor and disability activist, writes half memoir and half manifesto. Okay. That's like a biography almost then. Oh, you used to devour novels at a ridiculous rate. That adulthood and uni killed that for a long time. I read a lot of books up until the end of grad school when I was reading. What? 1.5k to 2k pages every week. After that, I read nothing for about a year. That's good though that you still read on weekends at least. Tired by the time I can relax. That's funny. Velvet, I don't think I don't think I like read novels growing up. Yeah. Like I don't think I used to read romantic type of novels. Yeah, I think I liked the sci-fi kind of fiction books the most. Like I guess like a more coming of age type of books then. But I did went through a period where I read a bunch of biographies, like the Stephen Hawking biography I remember was pretty good. Like I used to read a bit of biographies. There was like what was the recent one? Simu Liu, who is he's an actor that plays that Marvel movie Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, and he was also the actor who plays that comedy series Kim's Convenience. That's how he like got famous. I read his biography as well. That was pretty good. Okay, so this one. Okay, so let's find a fact book that is not a biography and that's not pretentious. An engaging account of 4 women from the 19th. Is that biography? I don't know if that's a biography or not. Homage to Catalonia. Observant, vivid, and often witty journalistic work turned memoir. Okay, so a memoir is basically a biography. Page Boy, this memoir details. Okay, so that's a memoir. How not to kill your houseplant. Do you have a plant graveyard? Learn how to help your plants thrive. Or at the bare minimum, survive in this practical how-to guide. Okay. I think probably maybe this one. Mend. Decrease the number of clothes you toss and learn how to repair them in ways that make them a work of art. Is that pretentious? A how-to guide explaining the process and possibilities of mending, perfect for the experienced sewist or the person who's never picked up a needle. That feels very niched. Have memoir. Maybe actually it might be this one. Maybe this one is the best one then. The classic piece by Virginia. Thought-provoking essay and narrative exploration of the position of women as characters, as well as writers. Let me try this. Yay, okay, she likes it. Moira. Spooky time. I hope you're already preparing. I don't want to see any half-arsed efforts from my favorite holiday. Now that is one terrifying bookshop. I'd say your award chances are high, but there will be one place that might give you some tough competition. Okay, don't tell anyone this yet. I only know about it because I'm on the committee. Tilda is temporarily turning her old shop into a haunted house. I can't wait to go in there with my friends. This is gonna be the best fear fest of all time. So I do like Halloween, but I'm always scared to go to the haunted houses. I just got jump scared so easily and I don't like that. I don't like going to haunted houses, but I went to the Universal Studios here in Orlando and also in Los Angeles. They both do Halloween Horror Nights Usually it starts around like early September, I want to say, till basically till Halloween. And I went there a couple times the past few years, and I do love the aesthetic of it. I do love the vibe because the park then would open all the way till 2 a.m. I love the live shows, I love the food and drinks, the decor, except the haunted houses. I just cannot handle the haunted houses. They're so scary to me. I want to learn more about our history. I can't get enough of Homage to Catalonia. I'm on a deadline. Okay, so he just wants to learn history. Okay. I'm on a deadline. What does that mean? Like he doesn't want long books, maybe? 84, Charing Crossroad, an epistolary memoir about a friendship. Okay, that's not it. Shearwater, intertwining memoir, nature writing, and travelogue. The author's year-long adventure in pursuit of the long-standing. Oh, this is like trying to find the seabird, whatever. That's not a history, though. That's not a history. Writing and reading was the entirety of my coursework and research work, so I added up fast of the things that you were reading. Halloween isn't really a thing here. That there's usually a few Halloween parties, but most people don't celebrate, and trick or treat isn't a thing at all. My husband's originally from Melbourne, and when I lived there 19 years ago, almost no one did anything. A couple of years ago, a few people talked about school activities for little kids. Oh, that's funny. Velva, you're actually in Melbourne. I actually grew up not in the US. I grew up in Indonesia. And yeah, Halloween wasn't a thing there when I was growing up. Basically half of my life, Halloween didn't exist. But then when I moved here, Halloween is a big thing for sure. That's when I learned about the culture of Halloween and what it is, and just kind of like the trick or treat and stuff like that, which is quite interesting to me. The Raven. Once upon a dreary midnight, our protagonist is haunted by a raven. Okay, I need to find like a history book. Where is a history book? This is about a friendship. Okay. That's not it though. That's not it. The Ugly Duckling, the Cream Tea Killer, The Return of the King, Page Boy. Amateur Catalonia is the one that he already has. So I'm not gonna suggest the same one. Yeah, I'm not gonna suggest the same book. The Little Mermaid, Little House in the Big Woods, Antony and Cleopatra, A Tragic Play, Maria Stuart, A Tudor Tale of Power, Betrayal, and Queens. That's a play. I don't think I have a book for you, to be honest. This award-winning graphic novel. Okay. I don't think I have a book for this guy. Do I? Do I? Do I? Am I missing something? Yeah, I don't think I have it. Should I just like get something entirely different? It's like there's nothing remote to a history at all in my shelf. Like there's no history in this. Maybe this one, engaging account of 4 women from the 19th century. Let me just do this. Oh, he likes it. Perfect. Okay. Glad you like it. I've been to Melbourne once. I think I went in 2010 or 2011. I forgot. Went to Melbourne. I loved it. And then I did a little road trip to the, I don't know if I've ever told you about this actually. Yeah, I went on I feel like I've talked about this in one of my live streams. I went on a road trip on the Great Ocean Road, visiting the 12 apostles and stuff. And then just stopping along the way. I stopped at like a lot of really charming B&B, bed and breakfast kind of motels, and it was just such a nice time. I loved it. I loved it so much. And then last year, actually, I went to New Zealand. I flew from Asia to New Zealand, the southern New Zealand, and then I had a transit in Melbourne. But I didn't go out of the airport though. It was just a transit for a few hours at the airport in Melbourne. But I stepped my foot in Melbourne for a few hours last year. The rainforest down there is so beautiful. Yeah, I do love the natural beauty of Australia and New Zealand. It's amazing. I love the ferns and just like, yeah, I just really love the natural beauty of that region of the world. So today I should go to the market that has the waterfront fish market. So I have to go to the waterfront, it looks like. Waterfront, this one. Let's go there. And what books are selling here? I think travel and fact. Okay, so let's put, I have a lot of travel books. I'm gonna like really stock up on all the travel books here. Let's put 15 of them. And also fact, was it fact? Yeah, fact books. Yeah, some of the ferns are so different from what you see here in North America. I have no idea about other places outside of Europe that it feels almost prehistoric. Yeah. I just really love ferns. I wish I could take care of my ferns though. I've tried because I do love plants and I have a lot of plants in my house, but ferns is like so hard to keep it alive and thriving. So hard. They're very finicky, but I just love the aesthetic of ferns. Ooh, this is the fish market. Stamp collected. Ship happens. Equip 3 maritime decorations. Yay. Do I have a name? Doesn't have one. Destiny. Destiny. Kind of like that. What is he selling? Bottles with candles. Okay. Fishing net and raw fish. What would I need a raw fish for though? Like, I don't understand. Am I gonna like display it in my tiny bookshop? I don't feel like I want to. Right? Like, why would I want to display a raw fish in my bookshop or a fishing net? Like, I don't feel like I need it, to be honest. The Dandenongs outside Melbourne have lots of ferns and eucalyptus and a really stunning botanical garden with a good mix of native and other plants. And in early spring, it has a massive rhododendron. That's so pretty. I wish I could go there again and like actually explore Australia a bit more. I've only been to Melbourne. I've been to Brisbane for like a conference in 2019. That was nice. I went to Perth when I was 3 years old. I remember that. Someone really didn't like the new mascot, but honestly, can you blame them? Yeah, because, okay, so basically there's someone that did a crime to the mascot, the town's mascot, and so everyone is trying to like investigate what happened. Like, why why was the mascot got stabbed, I think, or something. It's a little grim. Year 1 case, the mascot murder. Looks like someone deleted the CCTV footage of the crime. Honestly, I'm surprised that thing worked in the first place. I should check out Puffing Billy. It's an old steam train you can ride through the Dandenong Ranges. They let you sit on the windowsill and hang your legs out the side. That sounds like lovely, but also slightly dangerous. But I would definitely keep that in mind. The Puffing Billy. Okay, okay. Yeah, I definitely want to get myself down there and like actually explore Australia a bit more. I want a book about historical events, and I tend to read lesser known works. Okay. Historical events. Okay, this is really broad. Historical events and just lesser known works. Probably in the fact books. Gemology, A Study in Ruby, and so something historical event. Guide to Computer Role-Playing Games. The Third Gilmore Girl, a memoir. So easy, so good, packed with recipes and information. Okay, not that one. Face It, Burn Survivor, not that one. The Hairy Bikers, Ultimate Comfort Food. Boundless Sea, A Human History of the Oceans. Is this a historical event? Explore humankind's relationship with the planet's greatest body of water, the ocean, while debunking long-held myths and beliefs. That's not really a historical event. Alvar Aalto, not that one. Shakespeare, The World as Stage. Encyclopedia Bookstonia, another epic volume filled with knowledge and wonder. Historical event. What would that be? A captivating blend of travel writing and environmental reportage. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Cook as You Are. Catching Carbs. No. A Florence Diary. That's a diary, not a historical event. Women Travel Solo. That's about solo travel. A new encyclopedia. Wide Sky, Narrow Path, a poetic memoir about hiking. Letters from Egypt. I don't think that's it. The Tale of Two Men in Their 40s with Countless Blisters and Questionable Map on the Appalachian Trail. Is there really no historical event on this entire shelf? Is there really no historical event? I'm a little shocked, actually, because that seems very broad, to be honest. So to not have any book about it is weird. The Raven, not that one. Face It. That's the, yeah. No, not that one. The definitive work chronicles the world history of maritime empires. Maybe this one? I'm just gonna try this one. Yay, okay, she likes it. Perfect. Sometimes it can be so tricky to find the actual correct book. Puffing Billy's iconic. I love going in winter. Gotta rug up because it gets frosty. The winter is coming in June, right? Over in Australia? I got to feed an echidna once at Healesville Sanctuary. I do love going to sanctuaries a lot. I don't understand why others my age always have to get up so early, but tell me, dear, how are you faring today? I see that the shop is doing well. I quite like your selection. I see you're still asking after what happened to that mascot. Well, I wish I could help, but you know, I never go to that bloody place if I can help it. Looks like Tilda is traumatized by that. I just turned on all my powers here, so then I suddenly got a bunch of sales. Oh my god, look at how many people are in my tiny bookshop. It's like literally packed with people in there. You couldn't even move in there, I bet. And there's someone with a wheelchair too. Like, how you cannot move at all in this tiny bookshop. What's the scuttlebutt? I want a book about historical. Oh my gosh, so many people want historical events. It's actually really hard to find on my shelf right now. Historical events. Okay, is there another one that we can find for this guy? It's a memoir. This is not it, for sure. The Ugly Duckling, Evelina, a naive young woman who learns firsthand about the dangers of fashionable society. Okay, not that one. Historical event. Solo travel. This is solo travel, so not that one. Return of the King, that's the Lord of the Rings. Waiting for Godot. Is there a point to waiting? This one is a weird one. It's like a contemporary play. It's a play. Okay, so not a historical event. This is a play as well. How about this one? A tragic. Okay, that's a play as well. Maybe this one? It's a kid's book though. Little Laura learns that each season has its work. Autumn's busy harvest, and yet each season has its joy too. Wintering maple syrup. First in a series perfect for young readers. Welcome to life in 1870s Wisconsin. So it is a history. It is a piece of a history, but it's not a historical event. It is not a historical event. That's a cookbook. Okay, but that is kind of the closest I have, I think. I think that is the closest I have. It's this kid's book for this guy. I'm just gonna try it. 1870s Wisconsin. Yes, I know. I love this game too, that they have some, disability representation. Yes. I love when games do that. Sometimes it gets overlooked so much. And I also love games that have, like this game, for example, if you look at the settings, they have accessibility settings in here. And I really like that when games do that. Same thing with, I recently played Cult of the Lamb, and they also have so many kind of little accessibility settings that you can set. I love that. I really appreciate it when game developers do that, actually. I think representation like that really matters if you're making a game for a worldwide audience. So this guy, I'd like to read more about the beautiful nature on planet Earth. I really enjoyed The Girl Who Rode the Ocean. Okay, so about beautiful nature of Earth, basically. What is Girl Who Rode the Ocean though? Lucy wants to go on a real adventure, so she rows across the Atlantic. Along the way, she faces storms, seasickness, and gigantic sea creatures, but also magical sunsets, dolphins, and shooting stars. A tale for little dreamers who long to see the wonders of the world. Okay. I don't have a lot of options now, to be honest. It's kind of like, I'll take it right now. But maybe just anything that has to do with like nature could be okay. Let me see. The only books left I feel like are the crime books. Fashionable Societies, not this one. Not this one for sure. I don't think I have a book for this guy. Like, truly, I don't think I have another book for this guy, which is perfect, which is amazing. I mean, like a lot of people actually bought my books today because usually there's a lot of leftovers. A Tudor Tale of Power, Betrayal, and Queens. Yeah, I don't have is there anything that mentions nature at all? I don't think so. Green Glass House. This is a crime. Yes, same. I love it when they add good accessibility settings. I saw one the other day that even has a setting to switch to a dyslexic friendly font. Oh, that's nice for the subtitles. Yeah, that's awesome. I wish more games do that too. Maybe I'll just try. Maybe I'll just try like yeah. Yeah, sorry, I got nothing. There's like literally nothing that mentions nature whatsoever for this guy, unfortunately. Wow, people are still buying my books though. Like that's crazy to me. Do you think I like actually sold out? No, I have like 3, 4, 7. I have 7 books left from today. Like that's actually quite a lot of sales. Usually it's not that many. Ooh, I got some secondhand books here. Nice. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Let's look at the calendar. Okay, so there's nothing happening today, so we could just go to any of these. Where's the cave? There was like I thought there was like one of the mysteries that I need to solve or something. Let's go to the marché and we can find out who stabbed the mascot and why, maybe if we go there. Let's try that. Let's try to the marché and see if we can solve that mystery. And then Lord of the Rings has a lot of description of the nature they walk through while traveling. Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that. That's actually true. Yeah. Find out who stabbed the man. Okay, so crime, drama, and kids books do well here. Let's put some crime books. We haven't been talking about crime books for a while. Wait, so crime, drama, and kids. Okay, let's put some drama. Maybe we put 13 drama and maybe 13 crime books. And then kids. Let's put a lot of kids books this time. And then let's move the drama up top here. Okay, let's do that. Let's try that. Fern. What? The CCTV footage has been wiped? Peculiar. Who would have access to that? I like clicking this sign and then I broke it. I broke the sign by clicking on it. Ooh, and then I could investigate. Ah, I see. I could investigate. Or, oh, okay, just like look at it, I guess. I can't really investigate. But that's the crime scene, I guess. Who stabbed the mascot? Oh, the mascot meaning like it's just it's not an actual person. It's just one of those like, what do you call that? Like the flowy people, the flowy balloon people. I just talked to my Uncle Claus and he told me I'm allowed to ask as many questions as I want. So I asked him how he became my uncle and how I grew in my mom's belly and why we don't fall off the earth if it's moving so fast. I hope I didn't interrupt your investigation. Did you find who did it yet? No, I haven't, Harper. Oh, that's fun. There's something hidden here. Okay, let's help Harper here. Does this game have a story beyond just running the shop? I'm getting even more interested in playing this now. Yes, it does. It actually does. Each of the NPC, each of the character has its own storyline too. I don't know yet like where the story actually will lead to, but I know it definitely is. It's not just about running the bookshop. There is a narrative to it and like a storyline that you follow. Can I get a book? I'm looking for something magical or supernatural, and I tend to read lesser known works. Do you have anything like The Enchanted Castle? So, Gerald, Kathy, and Jimmy's game of pretend begins quite ordinarily, but then turns frighteningly real. An enchanted garden, a sleeping princess, an invisibility ring, a pile of coats with its own personality, all alive with magic in this charming children's tale. So, something like that. Magical and supernatural. Let's see. Z for Zakaria. When her brother left the valley and didn't return, Anne assumed that she was the last survivor of a nuclear war. That is, until a stranger in a radiation suit appeared. Why was he here? What did he want? A thrilling tale of survival and not knowing who to trust. Not magical or supernatural. Tell me why. How big is the universe? What is fire? Okay, definitely not. This is a clever fox and his family set out to outsmart their farming neighbors in this charmingly illustrated classic children's novel. Okay, not that one. The Ruins of Gorlin. Rangers are mysterious figures believed to practice strange magic, but when young Will is chosen to become a ranger's apprentice, he discovers a whole new world of secrets. This might be a contender. Unusual suspects, the truth about their legacy, that classic book of fairy tales. It's actually a casebook of magical crimes. And their new school in Fairyport Landing may have monsters. I think this might be it. I'm gonna try this one. Yay, perfect. Sometimes in the map I could like click things a bit more, like there are some interactive things in the map. This one doesn't have like too much. All the birds I could click them. Claws. You know what? The weirdest thing just happened to me. This group of teens just came up to me and asked me if I was the guy from Silence Libri. That means they know who we are. That's Claus's band, by the way, if you don't know. They said they saw our posters at your shop and listened to our demo tape. What an incredible feeling. Thanks for helping us spread the word. New memory, calling all fans. Claus is over the moon. 100 people have already signed up for Silence Libri's newsletter. Big things can happen now. So yeah, so like each of the character here, as you can see, like Claus, for example, he's trying to build the reputation of his band, and you like trying to help him and help each of the NPC with their own needs and storyline. So that's kind of how it's also interesting with this game. I really hope we can find a venue to play soon before they lose interest. Got any news on that front? A few of the kids at the supermarket have been talking about wanting to join a new theater troupe. Do you reckon you could check by the lighthouse? I think that's where they usually meet. Okay, so the lighthouse is probably our next location. This guy. I'm looking for a piece of classic literature. I just can't leave without another fantasy novel. I do not have any fantasy novel right now. I only have kids. Crime. I have one classic book. But I don't think, is this a fantasy novel? Who learns firsthand about the dangers of fashionable society? This doesn't feel like, it could be actually. It's not fantasy novel though. How about our drama books here? Is there something interesting that's a bit more fantasy-like? A collection of poetry that takes us on a transcendent journey through 5 chapters. Okay, not that one probably. Not that one. Set in post-war Malaya, the story follows Yun Ling, a war crime survivor. Not that one. Wyatt Sargasso. C. Ever read and think, I wonder how that woman ended up in the attic and being labeled crazy. Wonder no more. Jean Rice takes that perspective, giving Antoinette a rich, dramatic, and slightly terrifying backstory that reeks of betrayal. That's not fantasy though, so probably this one is our best bet. Or classic literature, or like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. That's a classic piece of literature, right? Even though it's kids' book, but it's fantasy too. Maybe that one. Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is here. That's not classic literature though. I would say maybe Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Let me try that. No. He doesn't like it. Why should I care about that historical stuff? It's not even a historical book. Hello. Ooh, someone needs my help. Hi mate, I only want non-fiction. Hunting Mr. Heartbreak is one of my all-time favorites. Okay, so non-fiction. A travelogue, a social history, a love letter to the United States, written in the wondrous wry prose of an adventurer and a scholar. This work offers an outsider's keen eye on America's inconsistencies, foibles, and grandeur. Okay. So non-fiction book. I'm not sure if I have non-fiction book to be honest right now. That's a play. So is play a non-fiction? Play is a fiction. Yeah, these are all fiction books that I have. Evelina, is this a fiction? Yeah, it's a novel. So I don't think I have a book for him then. A collection of poetry, that's also fiction then, right? While weaving in the shared experiences of immigration and the refugee passage. Collection of boundary-breaking essays and speeches in which author Audre Lorde negotiates her complex identity as a Black woman, lesbian, poet, activist, cancer survivor, mother, and feminist. Maybe that one. It could be. Is that a nonfiction? It feels like a nonfiction to me. It might be. I'm gonna try that one probably. I'm gonna try that one then. Sister Outsider. Let me see. Oh, yay. Okay. Likes it. Hadn't heard of Sister Outsider yet. How did you know? So I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes when I recommend books, I get these like sparkles, right? The yellow sparkles, but sometimes I also get all the pink hearts. Which means if it's the pink hearts, it's even better recommendation compared to just the sparkles. And I think I get more money because of that. Yeah, weird that it's labeled drama. That's definitely nonfiction. I also really like the lighting in this game actually. Like I love the warm kind of sunset hue. And then if it's early morning, you get like the cooler kind of tone and stuff. Like I just love like, and then now it's like darker at night. I just love the whole world building and the lighting. Do I need? I think I'm still okay with all the books that I have. Yeah, I'll probably just save my money right now until maybe we can go to the flea market again soon when it's available. Like tomorrow it's the flea market and we can go there to get some more items. Wait, so it says before that I should go to the lighthouse. Someone told me, I think, about that. Klaus, I think, told me about that. So maybe we should try that. There's still, I can't believe, there are still 2 locations that I haven't unlocked somehow. Yeah, it's so pretty. Does it go through seasons? Yes, it does look. It does go through seasons actually. So right now I'm in the fall season. So next one it will be the winter, which I actually haven't seen the winter yet. Drama, crime, and fantasy in this map. Drama, crime, and fantasy. Let's put some crime. Let's put some drama. And I have a lot of fantasy books right now, so I'm gonna like stock up on a lot of fantasy. I'm gonna remove a little bit of the kids book. I'll put some facts. I'll put some classic as well. And then I'll put some travel down here. Okay, so crime, fantasy, drama. Crime, fantasy, drama. Maybe we need a bit more crime books actually. Let me remove some of the kids and put some crime in there. Okay. The only thing that's like a little bit confusing sometimes about this game to me is there's all these like different pieces of the storyline, but then sometimes I don't quite know how to actually advance in the story. And I think it's just kind of like scattered a little bit. I don't think there's like the correct way of doing it. I think you just have to like go along and operate your bookshop and then you slowly unravel the story. I don't think there's like only one specific way to discover and unfold the story of the game, if that makes sense. Harper, you're gonna come to the next flea market again, right? You have to, there's different stuff there every time. And what if you miss the one really great treasure because you don't go? That's tomorrow. This is the flea market. Fall is called autumn here. Yeah, I know. I always go back and forth whether calling it fall or autumn. Hi, you're the highlight of my route. I'm looking for a crime novel. I'm obsessed, and mythology and folklore have always fascinated me. Okay, so crime with mythology and folklore. True Grit. In 1878, and 14-year-old Maddie wants vengeance. Tom Shaney took her father's life, his horse, and $150 in cash. Maddie convinces Rooster Cogburn, the toughest U.S. Marshal in the West, to accompany her in a manhunt across Indian territory. That's not myth or folklore. The Westing game. 16 heirs must pair up to solve the mystery of eccentric millionaire Sam. Okay, so not that one. 5 survive. Red and her 5 friends are headed for spring break. The RV breaks down. The young adults are stranded. A killer plans to silence. Okay, so not that one. The Eyes of Darkness. A year after her son's death, Tina begins seeing things. Did Danny really die in an accident? A paranormal horror thriller. The Complete Father Brown. English crime-solving priest with a sympathetic ear and sharp insight into human nature. This collection comprises 49 cases featuring the beloved cassock-wearing, bicycle-riding detective in the fictional village of Campbellford. Okay, so nothing really like pointed out directly to a mythology and folklore at the moment. Wonder if there's something else that is that. Let me see. I haven't seen anything yet. The Willows, Gothic horror classic, a canoeing trip, scary campsite encounters, and weird nature. This otherworldly thriller will make you relieve to be in the comfort of your home. That has a little bit of mythology and folklore, I guess. It's not a crime novel, though. It's not a crime novel. I think he's definitely looking for more of a crime. So it has to be one of the red books here. So maybe we can just pick one that has a little bit of like fantastical element in it. Mystery of eccentric millionaire. Okay. Maybe like this one, The Eyes of Darkness. It's like, did Danny really die in an accident, and who is trying to conceal the truth from her? A paranormal horror thriller. Or maybe this one, The Priest. Maybe this one, The Priest here. This has a potential to be like mythology and folklore kind of in it, maybe? Let's try. No. Yeah, he wants something mythical. I just don't have it. I just don't have it. See, sometimes it can be hard. It can be hard, this game, to recommend the books. So Harper wants to do some historical research. I'm a fan of books like Edinburgh, a travelogue told in a series of anecdotes with whimsical exaggerations that captures the author's view of his hometown circa late 1870s in all its glories and infamies. Okay. So the example is a travel book. But like I think okay, so I think we just have to find like a historical focused book first. The Long Unwinding Road. Come with Mark P. Jones as he takes you through the beautiful green hills and valleys of Wales. Discover Wales' deep majesty. Okay, but this is not really a historical thing though. My travels in East Africa. From Burundi to Uganda, an aging adventurer shares his eye-opening journey through Eastern Africa, learning life's greatest lessons along. This could be it, because this is published in 1994, which is a bit of a historical. There's, yeah, maybe this one. Maybe that one, actually. This feels like the Edinburgh that she was explaining. Let me try that. No, it's not. It's not historical angle enough, I guess. I was kind of certain that it would be, but I guess not. Whoa, these people suddenly just appeared here for some reason. Moira just like appeared. Want us to look at your scary decor? Yes, please. Let me see. What do they say? What's up with that creepy bookshop? Look at you, that's a scary look. Well done. Okay, good. You look absolutely perfectly gruesome. You have a decent chance at winning Best Decorated this year. Just make sure to equip the setup again on the 28th. Okay. That's fun. Okay, this one. I will rage if none of the characters kiss. And I like fancy schmancy novels, but I don't tend to read kids books, but like don't make a big deal. Okay. So like romance for sure. Like a romance, maybe this one? What is this one? Poetry, short stories. No, not that one. The mini ADHD coach, not this one. Not that one. How 10 famous video games? No, not that one. Something that has like deep romance in it. Dangers of fashionable society. 3 men in a boat decide to escape the drudgery of their jobs. North and South, the Industrial Revolution in England. Not that one. The Telltale Heart. You killed someone and now the investigators are here. Surely they must hear it too. Okay, not that one. Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Mark Twain shows up the hypocrisy of 19th century Mississippi through the dawning understanding of a young boy's conscience. From the evils of slavery to toxic masculinity, Huck has to reckon with what he sees and decide for himself. Finally found out what happened to Zuko's and Azula's mother in this continuation of the animated series. Not that one. Something with romance. Romance. That one is not romance. This one is also not romance. Following a terrifying night, Will wakes on his 11th birthday to a world covered in snow and a world changed. Not that one. Sailor Moon. Not that one either. Maria Stuart. A Tudor tale of power, betrayal, and queens. Witness the captivating drama and heart-wrenching decisions of a regal Mary in this love letter to Shakespearean plays by a legendary German playwright. I think this is harder than it looks, actually. I feel like the only books that mention something about love probably like this one. Wait, not that one. The Maria Stuart. No, that's like a power, betrayal, and queens. That's not really a romance. Maybe this one then. Evelina. That's probably the only one. A sharply comedic painting of excess love and women's status in 18th century London. So it's not really kind of the romance that she's looking for, but oh, maybe this one? Romance, Margaret and John's motivations. Oh, maybe this one actually. Maybe this one. Yeah, yay. I love romanticizing my life. Slay. Yay. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I have a lot of books left, actually. This time around. Oh, I forgot there's this extension of the map here, too. So pretty. And then you can, like, look at all of these. The coastal wildlife of Buxton Bay. Most of the board is taken up with illustrations of the coastal fauna native to the cliffs surrounding the lighthouse. There is the rock pipit, a small and unassuming bird with streaked grayish-brown feathers. This non-migratory bird likes to nest in cliff crevices and picks off small invertebrates from rocks or shallow water to feed. A greenish shore crab is pictured sitting in a shallow rock pool, carrying a piece of seaweed in its claw. The shore crab's color can vary from green to brown to red, with red individuals often being more aggressive. The only mammal you can see is the gray seal, its long snout peeking curiously out of the water. You can sometimes find seals on land whenever they are resting to digest their hearty fish diet. Seals share an ancestor with sea lions and walruses, but these cousins are not native to our area. Goodness, these seal babies look cute. It feels like you have gained a whole new appreciation for coastal critters today. That is quite wholesome, actually, that they do that. Ooh, there's a ominous looking island far away there. Interesting. I wonder what that is. Like all the way there at in the distance. Ooh, I could click the lighthouse. Like that. That's cool. Let's close up the shop. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end my stream because this is just, I just wanted to do like a faster, quicker stream than usual. I'll still do my next, my Stardew Valley stream on Monday for sure, but I don't know, I just felt like playing a little bit of Tiny Bookshop for like an hour or two, so it's not gonna be a very long stream. But hopefully you guys enjoy me playing this game. let me know if you want me to play more of this game. It definitely has a lot of like talking and thinking, way more than Stardew Valley, I think, probably. But I still love this game a lot. Like, I feel like I would definitely come back to it again soon. I forgot how much I like this game. But I hope everyone have a good weekend. It's Saturday or Sunday if you're way time zone ahead of me right now. But thank you, Velvet. Thanks for tuning in as usual. I really appreciate it. But yeah, if you like my stream, please give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, because it really helps me. Thank you, Val. Thank you so much for watching again, and I really hope to see you all in my next stream. And don't forget to have a good time this weekend. Hope you can cozy up and get some rest, and maybe watch some Netflix, which I've been doing today. I was watching a bunch of like crime series because I love a lot of the crime documentaries and stuff. That's like my quality time. Is I ate my favorite instant noodles and then I just sat there and watch all the crime documentaries. It's one of my favorite things to do. Now you know me better. But yeah, thanks so much everyone. Hope you have a good weekend. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye bye.